The charming French girl who could get pleasure only from pain. The husband who imagined every detail of his wife's supposed affairs. The handsome and talented artist who could only love other men. These are only a few of the fascinating cases revealed in Take Off Your Mask. Today's selection from the Jason Taves Foundation Library. Check out that cover. This was published in 1948. This is the 1957 paperback edition. It's written by Ludwig Eidelberg, MD. I know a lot of people, when they first start going to a therapist or a psychoanalyst, feel hesitant and worried. And so because of that, to alleviate that feeling, they've included this reassuring photo of Dr. Eidelberg. I'll give you a brief reading from the introduction. Take Off Your Mask is not a thriller. It is a serious book about my patients, why they come to me, what they complain about, how they talk, and what I do. So instead of my usual MO, which has been skipping around, reading a lot of excerpts, I am strictly going to focus on one case study. And in fact, that's what this book is. It's just a compendium of his transcripts, lightly edited for content, of his sessions with patients. So chapter 2 is called Leave Me Alone! And it's about Mrs. Jensen, who is both sexy and frigid. So I, rather than just reading it all myself today, I've got a friend who's going to play the part of the female patient. I will be the therapist, Dr. Eidelberg, obviously. For my friends who are therapists or analysts of any kind, I'm sure that much of this will sound very familiar to you. So we're going to begin with Dr. Eidelberg awaiting the arrival of Mrs. Jensen. He's in his office. I took a sip of my iced tea and looked at the clock. It was almost 10. I felt impatient and angry. I knew, of course, that all her hostility was not meant for me personally. She hated me because she hated all men. Still, I was a man myself. Did I mind her frigidity, the waste of her beauty, the aridity of her soul? Well, perhaps I did. Analysts are human beings. They get annoyed, irritated, impatient, but they are aware of it. And they know why, and their knowledge helps them to take the abuse and to wait patiently for the kill. Why, her hatred was no concern of mine. No, I was interested in her only because of the beast which lived within her and bared its teeth. It was not her fault that she behaved as she did. If I succeeded in freeing her of the parasitic freak that dominated her, she would again be a good girl. All right, so scene set, and now we will move right into the actual session. I opened our battle with, "Why are you silent?" "Because I hate you." "Yes, I do. You're a horrid, horrid monster. I wish I had never seen you. No man has ever treated me like you do." "You practically call me names." "I'm sorry if I was rude." "I know you're not sorry. On the contrary, you enjoy insulting me, showing me what a bitch I am." Her eyes were still closed, but she raised her knees so that her skirt slipped up her thigh, showing the white flesh above her nylons. "Maybe you're angry because I flirt with other men. You're jealous because you know that I'm not always as cool and reserved as I am on your couch. Other men treat me as normal men treat women. They don't just talk. Perhaps you resent my being unfaithful to you. Huh? Or do you think that I'm unable to be unfaithful because I feel nothing when I go to bed with other men? My frigidity deprives me of even the pleasure of committing adultery. I said nothing. What's so marvelous about men? Why should a woman be swept off her feet? Because they're taller than we are? Because they have to shave? You don't have to remind me. Huh? You don't have to remind me they have something which I don't have, something I miss. The secret key to life, happiness. Listen, I don't miss it. I don't miss it at all. You can keep it for yourself. I'm not interested. I find it disgusting and ridiculous. If I were a man, I'd have it removed like a wart. Oh, excuse me. Instead of being proud of the ugly thing, it dominates their lives, interferes with their work, it makes them weak. Look, I know I'm a bad girl. A bad wife, bad mistress, a bad mother, and a very bad patient. I'm frigid in bed and I'm frigid on your couch. Why don't you throw me out since you finally discovered that I'm unreliable, untreatable, a hopeless case? An ideal girl for impotent and necrophilic men. And scene. Hope you enjoyed today's reading, and I hope you tune in tomorrow for another one. As I mentioned in the comments previously, there's a lot of good stuff to come, and there's a possibility that future episodes may include some special guests. And I might read from something other than my collection of weird paperbacks. Who knows? Thanks for tuning in. See you tomorrow. Stay safe.